Hey guys, just a quick video to introduce you to some books that you might not have heard of or read before that can help build your faith in different areas. I don't have a copy of the first one, unfortunately, but by Andrew Murray, it's called The Believer's Prayer Life. So what that does is it enriches your life and your faith walk just through teaching you how to practice prayer. The next one we've got is Christ the Healer by F.F. Bosworth. That's a classic, and basically it teaches you about God's attitude and promise of healing towards you, and how that can work in your life and how to receive those promises. We've got Help My Halo Slipping. I've actually read this about 3 or 4 times. It's really enjoyable. It's a bit autobiographical. It's by Larry Dinkins, and basically it's about he and his wife being called to ministry and being missionaries in Thailand and the necessities of that. This is a new one that actually got from my landlords when I moved out. It's called Cold Case Christianity, and I've only just started it, but it's really cool. Basically, it's a bit like the Lee Strobel type of story. It's written by J. Warner Wallace, who was actually a contemporary of Strobel, and a bit like him, he was an atheist who lived to find out the facts. And by doing that, he went from an atheist as he explored Christianity and found that, hey, yeah, there's probably more evidence to this than people give credit for. So I'm keen to look at that one. That one can help us to address the friends of ours who struggle with evidence or lack of evidence. And it can also, enrich our faith by, teaching us how to look at things. So, perfect for those people who are very fact-driven and research-driven. We also have this delightfully uplifting one called Jesus Freaks. So basically that one it's quite inspiring, but it's also very sad and confronting because basically a collection of stories about martyrs. So yeah, it can hit you pretty hard in the heart, but yeah, it's pretty good. It does inspire you, and it makes you mindful of the persecution that Christians around the world can be going through, and it can also help convict you so that you can stand even firmer when it's your turn, or just generally speaking. And now for a little known underrated gem, we have the Holy Bible. I recommend that you read this at least once a day, and there's so much goodness in here that it'll take you a whole year to get through if you're reading it at a fast pace, and then you can keep rereading, and not only will keep refreshing you in the lessons, refreshing you and refining you in your faith, but each time you read it, even if you're reading something you've read before, because the word is so deep and vast, you can get something new out of it every time. So those are the books. If you're interested in any of those, go back to the beginning of this video and just see if you can't catch the names of the books and the authors. And I really hope that you guys check those out. And those are just sort of the books I'm more familiar with. There are more books like I've got like Pilgrim's Progress, which is the most highest selling Christian literature other than the Bible. I just actually haven't read this one myself, but I do know the story. It's pretty cool, and it kind of reminds me of when I did that podcast on Oh the Places You'll Go and did it like from the Christian walk perspective. It's a bit like that, but yeah. So actually, maybe just check that out too. That's by Bunyan, John Bunyan. Yeah, so check that one out. A bit like the Jesus Freaks. He copped a lot of persecution in his day, but he still stood firm and still turned his life around and still wrote that amazing book. So yeah, give them a read. I mean, that's the easy part. All you got to do is read the books and then live it out. Maybe write your own. Keep standing firm and see whatever God's got it for you out of life. So thanks guys for listening. Ciao for now, and keep reading.